What's up, fine people? I don't even know where my pen is. There it is. This is a new image. Is this gonna work? It is. I didn't zoom in. I have a frog in my throat. I don't know why I did that. That doesn't make sense, but keep it going. I also don't know why I'm drawing the hat, and I also made this so big. I'm not going to be able to fit the freaking body. What was I thinking? I don't know. I don't know that reads that well. I guess it does. Man, come on. That is such a horrible one. This one's horrible too. That's a very interesting one. Not necessarily great, but I like it. I more like the idea, I suppose. Not necessarily that it's something great to draw, but man, what the hell am I doing with the sizes too? I don't know, it's too late. She has a nice hourglass. I didn't even realize that at first. There's a, like, Girl Scout thing. I don't know what those are called. Are those what shawls are? I don't know. I really like this leg. That is cool looking, even though it's very simple. It's just so smooth looking. There's not really anything else to draw. I guess I could make the head more accurate. But another one of these stupid gigantic things that blocks half of the drawing. Don't know why they keep doing that. That was way too small. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. Actually, I could still undo. Don't panic. Don't panic. That freaking forearm is kinda wild looking. And by wild, I mean unusual. Oh, this is interesting too. This is a pretty good one. It's another one where there's giant, like, strips of cloth for no reason screwing up the image, in my opinion, but still, that was horrible, but still a pretty cool image. That's a new model, I think. Very petite. Those are some tiny legs. That was a pretty accurate one. Maybe. Felt pretty good. This model slash session that I don't like. But whatever. She has weird proportions, I think. Like really short legs. And, you know, relatively tall torso. Or something. I don't know. It's just something about it I don't like. I've already done this one and it's a horrible one. What the heck is this? I don't know that I should be doing this. Oh, I'm stupid. My bad. I forgot to... Oh, I need to turn it down though. Forgot to turn the music on. The whole time I was like, it seems quiet. Maybe I should be speaking more. At no point was I like, yeah, that's because you forgot to turn on the music, you dumb poopy head. I got too distracted. This is too weird of an image to finish it when I freaking whatever. You get the idea, I think. The leg was on the bottom. Well, this image was kind of cool. Kind of. This is the second one where they're... I don't know what that's called. Shackled. Constrained. Arrested. Bound, I guess. Hands bound. Bit odd. Those freaking pants or whatever you want to call them, pantyhose, really ruined all the shadows and lines of the legs. Kind of ruins the image. Big shock, I know. If only there were people who knew this sort of thing would happen and set a precedent. Huh. That's a pretty interesting belly. That was a horrible job because I got distracted by the belly. That's my excuse at least. But it's kind of like muscular here and then pretty prominent rib cage there, but then no rib cage on this side. Anyhow, this image is whatever. I can do it, I guess. It's so much darkness. And then some giant black cloth to further obstruct the view. But like I can't see anything here, anything on this side of the body until like this hand, which I definitely placed too high, but whatever. And then I can't see anything on the leg because that whole side of the body is covered, but then this side pokes back out. Looks like ballerina legs or something. Some pretty strong oblique muscles as well. And I guess I'm done because the image is too dark. I guess this one's too light, so to speak, but not that it's overexposed, just that it's boring. Oops. Whoa, what did I do? I wonder what happened there. I guess I should check OBS, actually. Looks like it's okay. Oops. Oh my gosh, what is going on? Go here, then go here. Oh, not there. I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. Here, then here. And I'm back. Let's see if I could do this in time. I mean, this one's really boring. So I just did it in time. Pretty much. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, there's still a little bit of time left too. I had to check, make sure the time didn't stop. I just did that one in like 5 seconds or something. Okay, probably more than that, especially because I had already started it. That was stupid. But whatever. What is... Oh, that's the hand over here, I think. I like that hip area. And then the leg is actually interesting here with all the foreshortening and like muscle piling up on itself. I don't have enough time to really do the other one because it's over. This one's mostly, well, I guess not mostly, just the arms. They're nothing to draw arm-wise. It's just shirt, so I guess I could skip it. And I'll just go like torso. With these balls of plastic. Hideous, I know, hideous. But the rest is interesting. So I'm making do. It's not my fault people make stupid choices. Like getting tattoos. And plastic in and around their body. I think I've already done this one. It's kind of boring. Okay, that's how do I... Where's the bar? There it is. I could not see it for some reason. If I should be doing it here, but it works because there's enough room. That was way too big, but whatever. You get the point. It's not that interesting. I think I went slightly too large on the nose. Wow, this one has a bunch of time left. I guess I could do the shadow. That's kind of interesting, but not really. This one's pretty boring. And it's this model again, with the shirt again. Ruining what would otherwise be interesting again. Well, it's so ugly. Why do you do that? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe other people think it's good looking. And blah 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 blah. Just completely ruins the image. Blah 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 blah. And then poking out. Whatever. Man, this sucks. Hurry up. Go to the next image, please. I don't want to skip this. It's almost over. Guess I could have done the hair. Oh my gosh, it's the same freaking model with the same freaking shirt. Enough is enough, please. Yeah, I don't know if I should be doing this one. It's rather boring, but at least it's not that freaking same photo shoot. So I stood looking at it for, well, I guess I sat looking at it for a few seconds before deciding anything, because I was just rather disappointed. I was taking a moment to collect myself from the disappointment. Not necessarily of this image, which isn't that interesting to me, but over having that same ugly photo session 3 times in this one session. Actually, our foot interest is interesting there. Funnily enough, something I typically don't even draw. That might be one of the more interesting parts of that image. It's just a cool angle. I don't know what I'm doing here. I really don't like this model. She's too, like, cylindrical. She's typically happy. Pretty sure she's smiling in most of them. But, I don't know, I find them mostly boring. Even the abs, it's just like, there's nothing. There's a little bit of ribs and stuff, but if she had abs, at least that could get interesting if it hits the shadow in a certain way. I need to not be this big on the head. But this is a rather cool image. I don't know what I should be doing there, because I don't feel like drawing the boots. Oops. Well, whatever. I'm going with it. And then some weird type of bra there. This was way off. What the hell happened there? Oh, this is just the wrong angle, plus too small. I've already done this one and it's pretty boring. I thought it was that same model again, but it's not. I saw that giant cloth and I don't know why, but I was like, it's that annoying shirt. But it's not really covering up that much. Actually, yeah, it's covering up the foot, and that's basically it. That's not quite right, but close enough, I guess, because I'm pretty sure, yeah, I have a little more time than I thought I had, but definitely running out of time. Whatever. Okay. This one's pretty interesting, I guess. I could rock with that. Is this the same model that was doing the cutting off of the Girl Scout outfit? Now she's in some torn up clothes here with scissors in her hand. I'm assuming it is. I did that way too big. I didn't mean to go that low with the arms. I don't know. I'm kind of torn with this image. It's kind of ugly. Half of it's covered up, but it's not quite half, and there's some interesting shadows for the abs, but not really anything for gesture drawing. I should have skipped it probably. Whatever. I was gonna do a face. Should I do a face? It was a pretty good session. Maybe I should save faces for when the session is boring. And there's not really any good ones to do. I don't know. I guess the Girl Scout one is kind of boring. Yeah, it's pretty boring. There's some interesting parts, but the one right after it is superior. What about that petite girl? Nah, that's rather boring. I think... Man, I guess it wasn't as good as I thought it was. There's some semi-interesting ones, but... So I'm either doing this one, or I'm gonna do a face. Vote which I should do. Voting ends in 5 seconds. Okay, the body one. I'm doing the body. I didn't mean to move that, but I don't think it changes anything. Whatever. Continuing. Let's get to the top. Can't tell if this is a shadow from the body going over or if it's the hair. I'm assuming it's the body. Doesn't look quite right to me, but gonna go with it. Wow. That is not the right curve. That head, I don't know. That also doesn't seem to match up, but... Whatever. Oh, this is where the forearm looks weird. I had forgotten about that. just suddenly skinny out of nowhere. Scrawny. Even. What the heck is that noise? Wow, that's the interesting thing, isn't it? You can't really see the rib cage. Like here, it's just sort of down smoothly and then out smoothly. Although, not really how I drew it, actually. Yeah, I guess so. But more the outside than the inside. And then here, it sort of comes down a little. But then it basically just goes out. And unfortunately, that gets covered up by this frickin' cloth, which is annoying. Really hurts the image. But whatever. It's just interesting that it's kind of just out over here, and then over here there's no rib cage, and then in. I wonder if she used to be fat. The skin looks loose. Definitely not fat now, but oh, that's not right, but it doesn't really matter because I don't really find the cloth that interesting at all. Her fingers look long. Oh no, this is gonna look when I zoom out. This is kind of rough. The leg is, the knee area is kind of interesting, but not that interesting, I don't know. I guess I can do whatever. I made that way too thick. Does it matter? Not necessarily. The only interesting thing is this highlight, and then the kneecap, which I made way too big, but again, that's not that interesting. I guess the quad, or not the quad, or is this the quad? I think the quad's the back. But whatever, the front muscle goes out, and then added a bit more than I made it. Something more like that, but again, it's rather boring. There's a little bump there too, and then the shine behind it, but that's about all that's interesting. Goes into the muscle. that's about it. A little bit of a highlight down here on the quad. Bounce lighting from the floor or something, or maybe from the cloth. Like, the leg's not interesting, so let's spend all my time drawing the leg before I even zoom out to see. That's not terrible. I knew the head was small. But other than that, it's not bad, I guess. Clavicle's pretty interesting, because it's rather smooth, and then it just goes out to above the shoulder. The shoulder comes in and creates a cool shadow there, and then sort of just blends in smoothly for the most part. I did a poor job of showing it. Probably should just wait for the eraser, but I don't know. But even like here, there's very little distinguishing highlights from the chest to the clavicle. Basically indistinguishable. And then whatever this is called above it, into whatever these neck muscles are called. Man, I kind of drank a an acceptable amount of water. I don't know why I made it that bright. It's nowhere near that bright. This is all shadow, but whatever. Whatever. But for whatever reason, just like have an obstruction in my throat, and I can't speak properly. And this clavicle area is even smoother. There's like nothing here. There's like a little highlight. There's no real shadow. Until like whatever this is, shadow from the shoulder popping out or something, but and I went too far there because there's shoulder on the outside. I mean, there's shadow on the outside of the shoulder, but whatever. It's also mostly smooth. There's not really a muscle, like a muscle distinction from the shoulder to the arm. Very little bit. Almost completely smooth into the arm, which is also relatively steady. Smooth. Undefined. I don't know, that's pretty hideous. Oh well. Maybe I shouldn't be drawing. I thought I was gonna be in the mood. I thought I was kind of in the mood. But apparently I wasn't really. At least not for this long one. I think I was doing okay with this short ones. But when I got to the big one, I was kinda... I guess I should have just done the face after all. I'm stupid. Also, how long is this? Okay, it's not even 40 minutes yet. I was kind of expecting for it to be 45. Shows how ready I am to be done with this, but whatever. All this clothing, I don't know. I guess other people find it interesting. I think it's interesting when it's sculptures. Yeah, and even to some extent in paintings, but I don't really find it interesting to do it. Like, I could do it pretty much anyway. And who's gonna say that's not really how it was? Anyhow. Enough of that nonsense. That boring stuff. And on to the more interesting stuff like the shadows of the arm. Which, on this one, is actually kind of boring. As I said, she's very smooth. There's... whatever. I don't even know if I should go back. It's really not gonna matter that much. Yeah, it's close enough. Well, Didn't want to go that far. There's also some bounce lighting on the inside of the arm, but I don't know, there's like so little variance. I don't know that I'll be able to pull it off properly. At this time. Where is this? It's like here. So it comes in. Oh, this is way too high. It should be like here. But whatever. And then it kind of goes like this a tiny bit. But it's mostly just down. That's not the right angle. Whatever, close enough. Oops. Man, I'd really like to have the frickin' companion. Wacom companion 2 or whatever number it's up to. Dang it. I think I'm going back to Cali. Whatever. This is already inaccurate. I don't know why I'm spending so much time on this. Damn it. I don't know. I should probably be doing more with the eraser instead of leaving it to the end. But whatever. I think it's gonna look good enough. Let's see what it looks like now. Yeah, Definitely not great, but probably good enough. There's this weird extra part to the shadow. Like there's this part here, which makes sense, but then it kind of comes down here. Not sure what that's about. Oh, I guess it's the ab. Maybe I put it too far. Like it should be more like that. That did not smooth it out at all like I thought it was going to. Anyhow. Good enough, I suppose. I lost the belly button. Where's the belly button? Did I drop over it? Oh, it's supposed to be here. I definitely went way too far with that too. So this is more of a like this. Actually, there's a line like this, which is cool. And then onto the muscle. that's pretty much how that is, and the freaking cloth goes in front of that leg, but behind that leg. And there's a cool highlight there. Oh, whatever, I'm leaving that. Don't care that much. Pretty sure this is all gonna look hideous. This is all dark. Hard to tell. There's a highlight at the bottom of the rib cage. A subtle one. A spare ribs or something. Which is all women are. Spare ribs. Sorry. But not really. Sorry for the bad joke. Not for any offense it may have caused. I wish this was all smoother, but whatever. Because it should be a lot smoother. I just don't want to keep going brighter, but whatever. I didn't want to do that either, but good enough. I didn't lose much that was noticeable, I suppose. Oh, come on! Just smooth this out a bit. Don't make the whole freaking area super bright. Thanks. And that's not right. I wish I made this more accurate, because this is really interesting. It's like this goes down into the chest, obviously. But it's also the top of the chest muscle leaves a slight shadow basically all across here, which I exaggerated slightly, but I don't care because it looks better, even though it's not smooth enough to look good. I have a feeling this is gonna look very bad when I zoom out. this shadow here is really cool too, for the 3D effect. I don't know that I'll make it soft enough. This is not a good angle for my hand / wrist, but I don't feel like making a huge adjustment. Oop, went the wrong way. It's kind of difficult to tell what to do in this area. When colors change. But I think that's pretty good. That's pretty freaking dark. And I could clean this up a bit. And actually it was probably better before, but whatever. Just a tad overkill, and that was horrible. Good enough. Yeah. Definitely made the leg too short, I think. It's not that bad, actually. I think this is pretty bad. Close enough. Whatever. I didn't want to go that far. But whatever. I don't feel like undoing it and doing it again. Yeah. Let's see, this actually turned out better than I was expecting it to be. Thought it was gonna look really bad when I zoomed out. But it's not that bad. This definitely, oops. Whatever. I'm done. to go that far over. I was just trying to get a little darker. But... and these shadows don't go enough, but... for the most part, the arms are smooth. Oh yeah, I gotta get this. It's pretty dark there, and then it's softer elsewhere, but I don't know what I just did. Oh yeah, that's way off. I came way too high. I was better off before with this. I just needed the arm to come down a little more, is all it was. I actually had this area right, which I was kind of thinking when I did it. I was like, I thought I did this pretty accurately. And I guess I did. I just didn't have enough down here. Oh well. Whatever. I made that worse. Let's just go back, because this is better, even though it's not as good as it was originally, I don't think. Good enough. So a subtle shadow here. And this is way darker too. I was trying to do that, that was a hard one. And I just ruined it, but I don't want to erase that whole stroke and do it again. So I'm gonna keep it. And well, that was not the right angle at all. Well, yes, but no. Whatever, close enough. Whatever. I don't know why I'm wasting time on that. It's not even that dark. It's actually kind of bright. I think the main problem here is this is too big. Because her legs are pretty thin. And this one too bright. This is too dark up in the chest. There we go, a little better. I just wanted to get the subtle shadow, but I made it way too prominent. It doesn't look good. That looks a lot better, actually. Even though it's missing the curve, because there's still a curve here. I went too high with it, but I guess that works. A little more subtle will look better. Speaking of subtle, I went way too dark there, but I'm leaving it because I'm done. Yeah, whatever, good enough. There's not really anything on the arm. The arm looks so boring, I guess. I didn't want to say it, but I couldn't think of a better word. So monotone, I suppose. There's a little bit here on the shoulder. It can be exaggerated. Anyhow. Oh, I guess I could do the face. What time is it? Oh, it's over an hour? That shot out of nowhere. I was only screwing around for this long because I was thinking it was gonna be a short one. I thought I was still like just barely over 50. Okay. Like I thought I was gonna finish it under 50. So I was like, eh, whatever, I'll just screw around for a while. Damn. I don't know. Anyhow, I need to stop, I suppose. I didn't want to make it that dark, but I just wanted to make it more accurate, shadow-wise. I don't really know that it worked, but I guess it kind of did. But it kind of didn't. Anyhow, face. That's more important, right? Everything else. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Aside from maybe this. That had been kind of bothering me. Looks better. Not great, but better. Yeah, whatever. I guess everything else is good enough. This shoulder really screwed up. Actually, that's a lot better for the tone of the shadow. That's pretty freaking accurate. Whatever. So it'd be more like that, right? Not that I really want to do the whole face, I just wanted to make it a better size. Good enough, I guess. Maybe it looked better before without the details. It doesn't look terrible, I guess. I guess leaving the face out is the better way to end it. I guess that's where the detail stops on the leg. I don't know. I definitely went way too dark on the leg. Anyhow, that's it.